I've always had a lot of questions about this character. Why did Maul never give up Palpatine? I mean, you have a show where the Jedi are like, we know that there is someone named Darth Sidious. We know that he is manipulating things. Maul, through all those years, knows exactly who the Sith Lord is. He could go to a phone booth, call up the Jedi and say, it's Palpatine, and hang up the phone and really screw Palpatine's plans. He never does that. Why? The only moment he finally decides, okay, I'm going to turn on Palpatine, is at the very end, right before the world ends, Order 66 and the Clone Wars ends. He becomes so freaked out that out of desperation he reaches out to Ahsoka Tano. But Palpatine killed his family. Palpatine showed no loyalty to Maul. And the moment Maul found loyalty in Savage Opress, he took that from him. So what is it? Why did Maul maintain this loyalty? I'm saying too much.
This is a question. He stated it perfectly. Just, you know, Darth Maul, there's only a tiny, tiny handful of people who know who the Dark Lord of the Sith is. One of those being Maul. And Maul, being of that tiny little group, has the most motivation to just reveal it. And he could do it at any point. And, you know, he could, like you said, just call up the Jedi and just say, oh yeah, Palpatine, yeah, he's the Dark Lord of the Sith. Now, why doesn't he do it? Now, this could be a couple different reasons. With some of it could be for the fact that Darth Maul probably still somewhat stands for what he, you know, trained under Palpatine for. I mean, obviously in Episode 1, he trained with him and he shared in the vision that Palpatine had, you know, as far as getting rid of the Jedi and whatnot. Another part of it, I would think is obvious, is fear. You know, he's a loose cannon. He has no loyalty. He is not under Palpatine or, you know, Lord Sidious anymore. Yet, during that whole time in the underworld and all that stuff, he never once says who he is, just purely out of fear. He knows that Lord Sidious is way too powerful for him. And that's why towards the end of, in the Clone Wars series, he kind of turns, like you say, he turned to Ahsoka like last minute, as in, he knows what's about to go down. You know, he's had a change of mind, or at least doesn't want Palpatine and that type of power. And so he reaches out to Ahsoka for one last chance to end, you know, Lord Sidious, Palpatine, his whole empire plan, all that stuff. But that really is an interesting question. I would love to know in the comments too what you guys think. Like, what is it? What are some of those things that you think basically held Darth Maul's lips closed about Lord Sidious? I mean, something that is an ongoing theme in Star Wars, especially if you read novels and comics of Star Wars, is that knowledge is like the biggest moneymaker. It's not weapons, it's not armies, it's knowledge. And there's so many instances where people with just that little bit of knowledge will give you that for just the, you know, nice pretty penny. And so Darth Maul could have even done that. I mean, he